Hello, PhoenixTypewriter.com. We're looking at this Corona 4 for a complete cleaning service, restoration type job, and wanted to make sure everything's functioning. And I noticed the space right away. The space bar seems stiff, but it also moves the shift button when you press the space bar ever so slightly, but it's doing it, and it's also raising the shift or the carriage when you hit space. It's hard to see on the camera, but it's actually moving the carriage up just like this a little bit when you hit the space bar. That cannot be right. So I noticed if I raise this up a little and hit the space bar, it's better. So I took a look a little deeper in here, followed the linkage, followed the spacebar linkage all the way down into the core of the machine. And I don't know if we can see this on camera. It's way down in there. But let's see if I can get a light down in here. So where the spacebar moves here, that mechanism way down in there, right there, is rubbing on that screw right there. That screw is part of the carriage. And basically, looks like if the carriage is up a fraction, then it's okay. So, I got to looking a little more. And looks like the carriage has been, I don't know if it's settled down or if the stops got bent or out of adjustment, but so if we go, capitals, this ribbon's very light, but you can see what happens here. So there's our capital H. I'm using the right shift to hold it down. But if we go to lowercase, it's way out of whack. So that's the first clue. I know the carriage needs to go up a little. Just like that, a fraction up. Those H's will line up better. See that right there? So the carriage needs to come up. So I get to looking at the stops on here where the carriage is adjustable, which is this pad, and beneath that, right beneath there is a set screw and a nut. Same thing on this side. Set screw and a nut. So that's what's got to be adjusted. I think these probably got either over with time, got compressed, or just out of adjustment. So this needs to come up. And those are the stoppers. We're going to adjust this up just a little. But while I was looking at that shift motion and alignment on the shift, I noticed another thing with this was, let me get the camera up a little higher because I've got to be able to see what's going on here. So when I was using this shift button, it prints full characters, but if you use this side and hold it, it actually goes down. See that? It moved down a little bit. So this shift button would not raise the carriage up high enough, whereas this one does. So I got to looking at that too. And this Corona 4 is full of adjustments. And if you look real closely here, I haven't adjusted this yet, but here's the shift on this side. And there's a stopper right here. Right here. And then it goes up here to a screw. So that's adjustable. It's just bottoming out at this stopper. Whereas this one has got the same adjustment. There you can see it a little better. Screw, and this piece of steel comes up and stops it from going any further down. So that's adjustable. And then of course there's also adjustments in here for the shift for bottoming out completely, which are these guys right here. The ones we're going to mess with are way down in here. And they were rather difficult to get the nut off. But if you look real closely, there it is right there. So that nut, I've actually loosened that nut. I don't know if I've loosened it enough to... There's the other one right there. But we're going to try adjusting those right here on camera. Pull the camera up a little bit to make some room. And I'm going to turn this screw in, which will raise the carriage. Yeah, sure enough, that nut wants to tighten up when I do that, so let me stick a wrench in here and hold it. Okay, that might do it. Let me see. Grab this thing. Get a longer screwdriver. I'm going to try turning that one whole turn, and then I'll do the other side one whole turn, and we'll try it from there. That keeps wanting to tighten up. Okay, let's see if I can get this. Okay, so I'm going to go if it's not want to cooperate. There it goes. Okay, so that's one full turn. Let's do the same thing over here. Try to get that nut loose and hold it in position. Okay, this is a little tricky. Okay, one full turn. And we're going to come up here and try this. That's already better. The Spacebar doesn't have the heaviness it had, and it's not moving the carriage up. Let's try the type alignment and see how close that is to the capital H now. That's going to be one of the tests here. Okay, let's do H. It still needs to go higher. Let's try to check one more thing and make sure the balance is about right. So I'm just going to push down on this, make sure, and see if one side is higher than the other. They seem about equal. Let's stick something in these here and see if they're even making contact. Yeah, feels like it's making contact. Try this side. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to turn those another whole turn. Seems like a lot, but I think they may just need a lot. Okay. this in here. Hold this with one hand and come in here and turn this. So that's another whole turn. I'll try this one over here. One more full turn. That does seem like a lot, but didn't seem like it made much effect here. So, all right, capitals, lowercase. Oh, look at that. That is pretty close. And I'm sure that solved our spacebar problem. Nice. I don't see that moving the carriage up. It would jiggle up just a little bit like that, but it's not doing it. Something else I noticed on this too while I was looking around, this is a spacebar mechanism right here, and it should have a stopper on here. It should have a rubber right into this, a little stopper that keeps it from going too far. So I'll have to put a rubber, rig something up here to match the way it used to be. But I think we got this about right for let's try one more thing. Let's take a look at the balance again on these and see if this has the same. We want these to be balanced. Let's try this one. Yeah, it feels good there. I think this side is tight. That side is further up, so I'm going to turn the screw that side 1/2 or less turn, I think. Let me give this one more final turn. See if we can make up that. Do it without the nut driver. Okay. I'm going to tighten these up. I don't make that not easy to get to. Alright, that's tight. Let's try this side. Oh, I don't like the fact that it's turning the screw a little bit. Like that. Let me try to compensate this side. Alright, let's try a final check here. Hope I didn't bring that too far out of adjustment or mess up the adjustment any. That's pretty good. Yeah, I think that's okay. Alright, that's how we fix Corona 4s when they're a little bit out of whack. I think that might, oh yeah, that spacebar feels nice now. It had some type of bind or resistance more than it should have. Still a pretty stiff spacebar, but alright, I think that's our video of the day for a minor repair on the spacebar carriage lift, motion adjustment, and I'll work on this piece. Well, let me try it real quick. I think this will go right down pretty quickly into adjustment here. Get the light down here so you can maybe see what I'm doing. So this screw right here, and it should be adjustable. Let me see if I can force that down. I didn't see it move. Put something right here. See if I can make it move. Nope, it's not. I think it's bottomed out. We're gonna have to do something more proactive here. All right. Does seem like a no troubles. I have a plan. This piece won't adjust. I'll make it adjust. I'll take it off and I'll take the little Dremel tool and make it so it does go down a little further. I can take this off. See, so this is the piece. And it's just bottoming out here. So I'll just take a little bit off this metal and make the adjustment myself. Alright, now we're done with our video. This has a nice classic sticker on it from Michigan. Look at that sticker. So that's wow, how do you say that name? That must be a Native Indian name. Dawagakik. Dawagakik. Pretty neat. They did national cash registers, NCRs. I was trained on those back in the 70s. Typewriters and machines. And all supplies. The Michigan Cash Register Service. Michigan. Huh. Interesting. Neat classic sticker. Alright. Good day.